Welcome to the Wackcast, a satirical look at today's modern society. Today's episode is titled, I'm Single, You're Single, Let's Fuck. But before we get started, let's have a word from our new sponsor, Skeeter's Peter.
Howdy folks, I'm Skeeter, a Skeeter's Peter, a saltpeter company located in Little Rock, Arkansas. Folks, did you know that saltpeter is a common food preservative? So you can say that Skeeter's Peter could have been in your wife's mouth. Here in Arkansas, my Peter has been in my sister's mouth. Last year, she used it to preserve some jelly. It's not only a good food preservative, it's also a good fertilizer. Some of you folks out there can say that my Peter has been wiped all over your tomatoes. My Peter is also used in gunpowder, folks. It's known around these parts that my Peter has blown a load in many animals during hunting season, folks. So come on down and pick up some of my Peter. I want to put my Peter in your wife, your kids, and even you. Peter's Peter, folks.
Well, that's our new sponsor, Skeeter's Peter. Go visit him if you're down there in Arkansas, in Little Rock. Anyways, have you ever thought to yourself, there has to be a better sex life than a computer in a wastebasket? Today's episode is about dating. I'm not talking about establishing or ascertaining the date of an object or event. I'm talking about going out with someone whom you are romantically or sexually interested in. The dictionary could not be more correct in their definition of the word dating. Before the invention of smartphones and online dating websites, you had to meet your significant other in person. You'd have to walk down the street and see a girl working at the ice cream stand or something like that. So you'd have to go over there and buy something and try to strike up a conversation with them. Sometimes you would end up with a number. Sometimes you got the 555-1234 number. If the chick did not have a shred of humanity to give you the 55 number, or if you're an overweight, balding, middle-aged man, you could sign up for an Asian mail-order bride in the back of Popular Mechanics magazine. It's kind of like what the farmers did in the 1800s, except this time the chicks are all over 18. Well, back in the day, you had to be good at talking to the woman in person in order to be successful in the act of mating. They used to call these people, they called them pickup artists. They were people that were good at bullshitting women, and they had amazing pickup lines. A pickup line is a conversation opener with the intent of engaging a person for romance or dating. In other words, an icebreaker used to fool women into thinking you're witty in order to have sex with them. I've compiled a list of pickup lines that are occupational specific for those workaholics out there. So let's see one. Let's see. Can I take your picture so I can show it to Santa what I want for Christmas? This one, folks, is created by the elves, and it's been used at many bars at the North Pole. They need to do something when Santa's delivering all those packages, right? If you know what I mean. And then there's always, excuse me, can you empty your pockets? Because I believe you have stolen my heart. Special note, folks. This one only works at the dollar store in the bad part of town, and you have to be a cop. So make sure when you do this, you have your body cam on. You never know what's going to happen. It might turn into Ferguson or something. And then there's, hey, are you a magnet? Because I'm attracted to you. This one is created so scientists, they could get laid. They used to use other ones about magnetic poles, but it got lost in translations with the ladies. Unless the chicks, they work for NASA, and then they'd be like, oh, fuck me, nerd. Finally, there is, let's make life like fabric softener and snuggle. This one's used by the advertising agency employees that love the name drop. Even through coitus, they like the name drop. Such as, I'm putting this Trojan condom on. Don't worry, baby. I will use the KY for him and her. Or, did you take your Desigen brand birth control? Although I said that this could be used by ad executives, this can also be used on lonely housewives. It is hit or miss though, because they could be fans of Downey. Might miss the mark on that one. So, some people, they're smooth talkers in person, and some people are smooth talkers over the phone. Thus the invention of chat lines, aka phone sex lines. If you were ever fortunate enough to have your parents allow you to stay up late and watch TV during the summer or weekends, sometimes on the commercial break, you were fortunate enough to see a sexy model laying seductively on a bed, begging you to talk to her for as low as $1 a minute. These ladies, they were so lonely and desperate to talk to you that they went out of their way to film a commercial and air it on the USA Network during Billy Bob's Drive-In. According to those commercials, you could talk to them about anything. In a desperate attempt for me to get help with my vocabulary homework when I was in the 6th grade, I saw one of these commercials about lonely college girls. So I called one to see if she could tutor me over the phone. When I got my grade, I failed miserably. Made me sit there and wonder. I had to wonder how the hell she got accepted into college. And my parents, they also wonder why the hell the phone bill is $300. So, phone sex lines, they were introduced during the late 70s by high society magazines. It opened up a whole new world out there where adults were able to talk in private and share their fantasies with weird sexual activities in a secure manner with people thousands of miles away. I tried it once and I got connected to a chick in America Samoa. It was kind of a turnoff though, because the chick, she kept talking in pidgin. She kept saying, "How's it, fucker? I'm on top of you. You know the kind when I'm facing you?" And all I could picture in my head was this 400-pound Samoan lady riding cowgirl on me with a head the size of a watermelon they sell at the Amish farmer market. It was a big turnoff, folks. On another occasion, I called a phone sex line for deaf people. When I picked it up, it sounded like no one was on the other end. So I instinctively started doing American Sign Language into the phone receiver. She wasn't much of a talker, but I hoped she reached climax. So, if phone sex lines are not your cup of tea, or you couldn't understand the person on the other end of the line, there was always the Nightline, or Live Link's telephone dating services of the 90s. It was simple. You call the number and boom, you were talking to another single person in your area. I got hung up on once, and I had the police show up at my door when they accidentally connected me to a 911 dispatcher. The lady, she was very professional. She kept asking me what my emergency was, and I told her there was a fire in my pants. So, chat lines, they're supposed to be discreet, but Bill Clinton, he recently had his conversation recorded due to a Russian wiretap when he called a big beautiful women phone sex line. Unknown to him, the morbidly obese Hollywood actress Rebel Wilson was on the other line. She was having to make ends meet because there's a limited role for fat ladies in Hollywood. She had tried out for Charlie's Angel, but the producer told her, "Sorry, no fat chicks." I was actually able to obtain a copy of this conversation from Inside Edition. I'm gonna go ahead and play it for you right now.
Hey baby, you have reached the Big Beautiful Women hotline. My name is Rebel. What is yours?
My name is Bill.
Are you alone, Bill?
My wife Hillary, she's doing a press conference over in the other room. We've never consummated our marriage after 20 years. Our daughter, she really looks like the guy that used to work at her law firm. We have to make this fast.
What do you want me to do, Bill?
Do you have another big old gal with you right there? I want us to have a metric ton of love.
Sorry, baby. There is only me here. I only weigh 500 pounds. We can only have a quarter ton of love. Unless I take a dump. Then it would be less.
Don't do that, baby. Just eat some food for Bill. Do it for Daddy.
Oh, I'm eating some nachos, baby, and I spilled some cheese in a naughty place. Oh, it's starting to burn. I should not have bought the jalapeno cheese.
Oh, well, it burns too here, baby. I'm getting over a case of crabs that I got from my friend Jeff's island.
Are you wearing a condom?
Why, yes, baby.
This will be the first time I got an STD from a phone sex customer.
Oh, shit. Here comes Hillary. Gotta go. Hey, Hillary.
Shocking, wasn't it, folks? Well, the only place you're going to get that here is only on the Wackcast. Anyways, I used to think that Bill Clinton was an upstanding citizen until hearing that tape. So let's move on, folks. With the invention of the internet, people try to create romance through new ways such as chat rooms on AOL or Yahoo. it would be a bunch of people on their computers chatting about various topics. Back then, it would take ladies over 2 hours to download that dick pic you sent to them. Most chat rooms requested that you remain on the topic, but leave it up to desperate people to fuck that up, folks. For instance, there was a pervert loose on the breast cancer awareness chat room. He kept asking ladies to show him their boobs. Come to find out, it was a post-operation chat room, so none of those ladies actually had breasts. When I was 12, my parents allowed me to get on the computer and join a chat room that was dedicated to the 90s hip-hop band Crisscross. You know, two little kids that were our age going, jump, jump. I was sitting there talking to people about their newest song on MTV called I Miss the Bus. And the next thing you know, the people in the room, they were receiving sexual propositions from a random dude in the room. Eventually, he was exposed on the show to catch a predator. He was easy to find, though. They caught him talking naughty in a Teletubbies chat room. Bad thing about those AOL chat rooms, you didn't know who you were talking to. So there's a website, T-Shirt Hell. They had a T-shirt that you can order. It was made for fat guys. It reads, I'm that big-breasted girl you were jerking off to last night in the chat room. Let's get out of the past and move into the here and now. Now we have online dating websites and apps. If you're too shy or really fat below your neck, then online dating is for you. Online dating has become so popular that people have started to fake date people over the internet and never actually meet in person. Kind of like the chat rooms back in the day. So the term for it is called catfishing. It became so popular to catfish people that MTV created a show called Catfish that centers around people's relationship and fake profiles. Catfishing, was very popular, and even famous people, they got catfished. So Manti Te'o, he was a famous football player. He's from Hawaii. He was catfished by a Polynesian beauty queen named Keikua. People from Hawaii, they love those big girls. So, have you seen the size of the heads on Samoan chicks? They are freaking huge. Anyways, he had his hopes up for some cushion for his pushing. What would have tipped me off, while they were dating online, she said she used to date Mark Sanchez, the infamous quarterback that was involved in the butt fumble play. But there are plenty of legitimate dating websites out there. There's so many to choose from. Alright, so there's one, it's called Fat Bastard Dating. It's a British website for chubby chasers out there. Their mission statement is, being a fat bastard does not mean that you have to be single forever. It also means that you don't have to lose weight. I would change their mission statement to, being a fat bastard could lead to early death from heart disease. So get out there and get some loving before you die. And then there's Personals, as in cats. Their motto is, meet other cat lovers who really match your personality. Their motto could use some work. I would change it short and simple. Just to show someone your pussy. Too easy, folks. And then there's Gluten-Free Singles. It's a dating website for smug individuals who don't want to eat your food. Your relationship will be as boring and flavorless as the gluten-free food. And then, my favorite, folks, there's gothicmatch.com. Their motto is, we are a free online dating site offering free gothic dating service for goth and emo singles seeking goths, friendship, and matrimony in your area. I would have left out the matrimony. Have you ever been to a goth wedding? The bride, she wears black instead of white. Then the groom, when asked to recite his vows, he says, I'm so goth, I shit bats, folks. Finally, there is clowndating.com, whose motto is, it's no fun looking for love when you're a clown. I would highly recommend this site, folks. Having sex with them is kind of like going to the circus. There's peanuts, elephants, and you should see the condom balloon animals she can make. Plus, they wear as much makeup as the chicks you meet at bars and clubs. Those are some of the few niche dating websites. Or niche. No, just kidding. But niche website. Now let's talk about the corporate major dating websites that we see commercials for on TV, giving those lonely people out there a light of hope, and then shitting on their dreams when they never get a response after your heartfelt message. I tried dropping a pickup line once on plentyoffish.com. I simply asked her if she was wearing astronaut panties because her ass was out of this world. No response, folks. No response. Plenty of Fish is not the only major dating website out there. This generation prefers to use Tinder. It's a simple app that involves looking at people's pictures and swiping right to the ones you like and swiping left to the ones you don't. If the other person swipes right on your profile, then it's a match and you can talk. But it streams the process. It makes it so easy for us guys. You can go, I'd fuck her, fuck her, fuck her, ooh, hell no, fuck her, etc., folks. So, a lot of other online dating sites out there, they allow you to type a description of yourself and put in the type of person you would like to meet. A lot of ladies out there are single mothers, and they let you know that in their description, first and foremost, their kids will always come first before any man would. One lady, she blocked me because I told her, sent her a message. I told her, I said, have fun fucking your kids. Because basically she's saying that if you were to have a relationship with her, you will always play second fiddle. My advice to you guys out there is to not date a single mother. You don't want to hear from 12 kids saying, you're not my daddy. I once, on Plenty of Fish, I saw a lady. She had on her profile. She was into finance and stuff, and she said she wanted to see credit reports before actually dating someone because she wanted a responsible man and could get an idea of what she was getting into. She blocked me because I sent her a message asking to see the results of her pap smear because I also wanted to know what I was getting into. This lady, she's a genius though. Those Nigerian prince scammers out there, should have created a profile like this. Well, do you guys out there, do you know any lonely farmers? There's a website made for farmers out there who get tired of having sex with sheep. It's called farmersonly.com. They have a catchy slogan saying, you don't have to be lonely at farmersonly.com. This website, it's made for the ladies out there that have watched entirely too many episodes of Pioneer Woman on the Food Network. This is where you can use those pickup lines like, if I was a squirrel and you were a tree, I'd like to store my nuts inside of you. You can even ask, it's getting close to winter. First dates, they usually start at 5 o'clock in the morning. They include shoveling manure and feeding the chicken. Eventually you'll start a family and have to have Willie Nelson to put on a concert for you to save your farm from the bank. Make sure you check your family tree before using this dating site, folks, because dating first cousins is illegal in most states, except for New Jersey. Finally, for the religious people out there, there's ChristianMingle.com. It's kind of like GothicMatch.com, but you will not go to hell. You can guarantee that you will not get sex on a first date with this website. You may have to wait till your honeymoon to get sex, though. It just depends on your denomination. And with this website, you're least likely to get catfished on this, because if you did that to someone, you would go straight to hell. Fire and brimstone, folks. Fire and brimstone. Alright, tired of being henpecked by your wife that you met on ChristianMingle.com? You can actually go in the opposite direction and have an affair using many of the internet's extramarital websites out there. There are many to choose from. The most known affair website is Ashley Madison, whose motto is, life is short, have an affair. This site promised to keep users' information discreet, but it failed to keep their promise when a group of white hat hackers stole the data from the website, stole all the users' data, including names, addresses, and email addresses. The hackers, they threatened to publicly release the users' information if the website did not shut down immediately. So, Ashley Madison, they thought the hackers were bluffing and they did not listen. So the hackers released over 60 gigs of users' information publicly on BitTorrent and the dark web, which eventually led to Ashley Madison settling 24 lawsuits for $11.2 million. Maybe it can help those folks out there with their child support payments from the divorces the leak caused. There were actually famous people that got caught on Ashley Madison website by their wives. So there was Josh Duggar. He was one on the show, one of the sons on the show of 19 Kids and Counting. I believe he was trying to one-up his father and keep spreading his seed. He had a crazy concept for a new reality show called Paying Child Support for 20 Kids with Different Mamas and Counting. And then there is Gianni Laval. Okay, I don't know who the fuck that is, but anyways, he's married to Snooki from the Jersey Shore. He got tired of coming home and finding her passed out on the couch with dicks drawn all over her face. And then this one got political. Hunter Biden. He's the son of Joe Biden. He's fucking American people just like his father. He fucked the nation, right? So finally, there's Jeff Ashton, all right? He is the prosecutor in the Casey Anthony case. He publicly pleaded to be judged by his 35 years of service instead of a single bad mistake. He said, hey, if Casey Anthony can get away with murder, why can't I? So, what do you do if your significant other is using Ashley Madison and you found them on the leak? You can go to Dallas, Texas, and you can contact the late night TV show Cheaters. According to their website, the show will dispatch a surveillance team to follow the partner suspected of cheating and gather information. Their show is mainly filmed in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, but is expanded and filmed overseas. They made one in England, but it was canceled after the very first scene due to the American people not being able to understand their lingo. I actually have that clip right here from Cheaters, Great Britain that I'm going to go ahead and play for you.
Welcome to Cheetahs, Great Britain. My name is the Great Detective Sherlock Holmes. Today, our first guest here on the show, this is Emily. She has suspected her husband, Tim, of spending too much time at work with his co-worker, Tina.
I began to suspect that my husband Tim was cheating on me a couple of months ago. He used to call me at the last minute and tell me to not worry about making him a plate, because he was on top of a project at work.
We brought Emily here, outside of the car of her husband, and Tina are in right now. The windows look really steamy, folks. Let's confront them right now. Excuse me, Tim. We brought your wife here to confront you and Tina.
What are you doing? Are you snagging?
We are not snagging.
Why are your pants undone? Are you opening up the jelly?
No, we were not opening up the jelly.
Bitch, maybe you should roll the newspaper more with your husband at home, so he wouldn't have to wipe the tissue with me.
Tim, how long have you been wiping the tissue with Tina?
We first baked the biscuits a couple of months ago.
Did you bake the biscuits in our home?
Only once, but you and the kids were on holiday. We put up the flour on our bed, and shagged the cup 3 times in the kids' bed.
You shagged the cup 3 times on our kids' beds.
Oh, she's got a gun. Oh shit, she's turning it on herself. Oh shit, Watson, we fucked up. I guess we're gonna have to go back to starring in novels again.
Oh man, hope you enjoyed that little clip. It's very rare to find. But anyways, those crazy Brits and their 50,000 names for sex. Anyways, folks, with that, I'm going to go ahead and close her down. Thank you for listening. Good night.